Hi guys, Pete here from Ashton's Cars. Today we're going to be showing you one of the most popular cars that we have in stock, the Nissan Qashqai. In particular, this 61 plate model here, which is the 1.5 DCI model. Qashqais are very popular. We've got a couple in stock at the moment, as you can see. One of the reasons for this is they are very versatile. They offer great family packaging. They've got 5 comfortable seats, a big boot, and the visibility and the ride height of a small SUV without the high running costs. This particular one's a 1.5 DCI model. It's one of the most popular engines in the range. It's also the most economical engine in the range, and it's got a very reasonably generous specification with the alloy wheels and various extras inside, which I'll show you in just a moment. Another reason that the Qashqai is very popular is they do come in 2 sizes. So the 59 plate that we were parked next to earlier is a 7-seat model, Qashqai Plus 2 as it's called. This one is an Acenta spec, and it's the standard Qashqai, so it's the shorter 5-seat version. This tends to be the more popular of the Qashqais. Obviously the 7-seat version does tend to be a little bit more of a premium over it, so most people did opt for 5 seats unless they really needed it. Acenta spec Qashqais are quite desirable. This particular one's a facelifted model, so it's got the newer shaped front end, slightly more modern grille. It's got tasteful alloy wheels on it, a few little extra bits of trim like the black surrounds on the wheels and stuff over the earlier cars. I think it's quite a nice looking car in this sort of metallic grey. The car itself has come into us from a local dealer, and I'm just looking through and down the sides of it now, and it's in very good condition. Considering it's coming up for its 10th birthday, there's not really any marks to tell you about. The car has got the rear parking sensors at the back. Hopefully you can see those on the bumper there. Again, a sought after option that's not on all the Qashqais, but that I think did come standard by 2011 on the Acenta. Very little parking dink by here. We'll probably get our PD, our dent paint and stent guy to do this for us, but just to show you, that's pretty much the only mark on the whole car, and it's just come into us. So it's in very good condition, this car. Someone's really looked after it. It's got a nice shine to the paintwork as well. It has been raining today, so you'll excuse the fact that there is a little bit of beading on the roof there, but overall the car does look really clean, really tidy, and well looked after. Tyres are all good on it. It hasn't been through our workshop yet, but it's not looking like it's going to need a great deal of preparation, this car. Let's have a quick look inside it. As you can see, quite a well laid out interior. I'll just step in behind the wheel a second to show you properly. You can see why these are so popular. They've kind of taken over the niche where you had big family cars like Mondeos and Insignias. Though people who used to buy those now tend to buy these. And the reason for that is it's more versatile. It's a bit bigger inside. You've got a much better view of the road. Much more light and airy feeling interior because you've got this bigger glass area. Let's start it up and see how it is when you start it. So there we go. Nice smooth idle on the car. 86,000 miles on the clock. It's got a little warning triangle to tell me I've not got my seatbelt on, but as I'm not going to be moving, we're not needing that. Overall though, it's very clean and tidy, and I've got dual climate control, which means I've got a separate temperature control for me and a separate one for my passenger. It's quite easy to fathom out these switches. They're quite intuitive. They just have the normal turny dials on it. Obviously the radio code needs to be put in here, but we'll be doing that. It is a CD stereo in it with an auxiliary input as well for your iPod or your phone to be put in. Not a lot more to tell you really, but the car does come with the optional cruise control on it, this one. So that's what these switches here are for. That's a godsend on the motorway, that is. And it's a 6-speed gearbox. So despite the fact that this is the 1.5 litre diesel model, which is the economical one, I've got cruise control, I've got a 6-speed box, and for me that means that it's perfect for my motorway journeys. It's exactly the 2 things that I'd be looking for in a car if I was doing high mileage. Let's jump into the rear of the car just to show you that. So the high specification on this Acenta model continues in the back because we have got rear electric windows as well as front ones, and we've got a nice fold down armrest here in the middle, so as if our kids are arguing we can sort of divide them up like that and put some drinks there for them. Perfect. I think in terms of having kids and the versatility this car offers you, having this higher seating area and this large glass area, it definitely does make kids a little bit more easy to sort of manage on a long journey, tend not to suffer as much with travel sickness and stuff like that because they've got a better view out of the car, and they can also see over sort of low hedgerows and stuff like that. So another reason really, I suppose, that the Qashqai has become so popular, and it's kind of killed off a little bit of the sort of typically of a Qashqai. I've got a collection of carrier bags in there for when you go shopping, but look at the size of the boot on it. It's easy to see why people have sort of turned off Mondeos and Insignias and gone for cars like this. The boot's huge. It's nice and easy to load because actually it's at just the right height. I'm not having to bend into a big boot. I've got split fold seats there which I can fold down and turn it into a minivan. It just makes sense. You know, a lot of people who were driving around in saloon cars fancied a 4x4, didn't want to pay massive running costs. Along comes the Qashqai. It's cheaper to run than the big saloon, and yet it's got the stance and the driving position of the big 4x4, and that's what's made these so popular. So you can hear it's running at the minute. The little 1.5 DCI, it packs a pretty good punch on it really, and it's not a very vocal engine. It's quite quiet, quite smooth. Hopefully that comes over on the video, but the sound qualities never really do these cars justice. Overall though, I think that it's an Acenta model, which is a good spec. It's in the right colour. It's only done 86,000 miles, and it's the cheap to run 1.5 diesel engine. I mean, that makes it a very desirable buy in my opinion. So hopefully this car will be of interest to you, and if it is, you can give me a call. So my number is 07932 873 646. The car is available for national delivery, and we're also happy to take a part exchange on it, so let us know what your old car is, we'll value it for you, and we'll arrange delivery to your doorstep. My number is 07932 873 646. While you're here, please feel free to have a look at our other videos and give us a like. Feel free to comment and subscribe to our channel for more updates, more cars like this, and more reviews to do with motoring. My name's Peter, my number's 07932 873 646, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.